Okay, so here we are in Naghsh Square, which is the main square in Isfahan. The square is named after Isfahani, who is the architect who designed this whole square. He fought all the time with Shah Abbas, who was the king at the time. He wanted to take shortcuts because he was getting old, he wanted it finished, and he was trying to make all kinds of dangerous mistakes that could have resulted in deaths to people here. So what happened was Isfahani refused, ran into exile and refused to finish it, and in the end he was proven to be correct. He came back, he finished off the square, they apologised, and he was made, into what an important architect he truly was. This is named after the Imams. Imams, there are 12 of them in the history of Iran, and this is Imam Square. Let's check out the rest of it, shall we?
Naghsh Jahan Square was built from 1592 to 1629 under the reign of King Abbas, which you'll hear about shortly. It's the focal point of Irani architectural art, decoration and handicrafts during particularly the Islamic period, and it covers some 80,000 square metres. The scale and sheer magnitude created by the famous architect Ali Akbar Isfahani glorified the dignity of what became the new Safavid capital. It became the pulsating heart of Isfahan and has housed the four essential elements of social and cultural structures, including science, religion, policy and culture, and the economy, in the form of superb monuments like the Imam Mosque, the Shah Lotfoullah Mosque, the Ali Kapu Palace, which you'll see shortly, and the Caesarea Bazaar. The primary core of Isfahan was formed in the 6th century BC in the pre-Islamic period. It was a recruiting centre for the army, the Sepah, specifically during the Sassanid era. Therefore, the city, as I mentioned before, was originally called Sepahan. The name Isfahan has always been accompanied by the Zayan Rud, the life-giving river, which we're going to see in next week's episode. This is the most important river that runs through the central plateau of Iran. Isfahan was located in the path of an important commercial road, so after it developed, particularly during the Safavid era, it became so progressed and expanded that it was one of the most important cities of the time, having a population of over 400,000 people. Isfahan is seen as a pleasant garden city which has made it singled out as the most beautiful city in Iran. Isfahan has always been called Nesaf-e-Jahan, half of the world, thanks to its beauty and diversity. It welcomes visitors and foreign guests all 4 seasons of the year.
So here we are in the middle of Imam Mosque, where there's a stone that if you stamp will echo up to 200 times, 12 of which are audible by the human ear. This lady's trying it now, we're going to try it for ourselves. Let's see how we go. Okay, are we ready?
Isfahan has so many different sites you can visit, from the shaking minarets, the bird garden, Najvan Park, the flower garden and butterfly gardens, as well as numerous mosques, temples and various places you can go to get some serenity as well as enjoy some Islamic and popular culture. It's a city that you can't miss if you make it to Iran, trust me.
The other thing that you should think about is this square here is the second biggest square in the world. Outside of that, which is found in China, Beijing, Tiananmen Square, which we've been to in former episodes of Jason's Journeys. You have been watching, haven't you? So this is the second biggest square in all the world. The Sheikh Lot Fola Mosque was built in 1619 AD and sits on the eastern side of the square. It stands as a covered mosque decorated with tile work art and a unique dome. It follows a different architectural style compared with the other mosques. So here we are at the Ali Kapu Palace, which was built originally for Shah Abbas to live in, the king that we told you about earlier. It's actually named after Ali, who was his, the person he honoured the most. So it was his favourite imam, so it was named after him. You can see behind me the other palaces and mosques we're going to check out later on. But again, this was built in around about, late 16th century and was enjoyed by the king for a long reign before he eventually died. Let's check it out, shall we? You'll note that the Imam Mosque sits at a different angle to the other mosques. That's because it's set back so it can face Mecca and has a holy and historic importance as such. The Ali Kapu Palace was built from 1592 to 1598 AD under the order of Shah Abbas as mentioned earlier. It was created over the remnants of a foundation left from a previous era and is 36 metres high and 6 stories tall, and is also used as the entrance gate to the Safavid governmental complex where people are admitted, such as foreign ambassadors, for entertainment purposes. Okay, so here we are in the room where the king used to come and listen to music. If you have a look at some of the symbols behind me, it's actually symbols of guitars, or the equivalent of the guitar 16th century style in Persia, as well as images of vases. What they used to do is put all the vases on the ground and combined with the acoustics of the ceiling, which you'll see in a second, it used to create a fantastic ambience for the king. So between downstairs looking out over his subjects and then up here in the private room at the very top doing music, I'm sure it was an incredible experience. So let's check out some of the acoustics, shall we? Beautiful. Well, not when I do it. Anyway, let's keep going, shall we? The music hall is one of the unique sections of the edifice, embellished with mural paintings and hollow stalactites that are designed to reflect the sound inside the room. The name Ali Kapu means lofty door and suggests the installation of the main door was brought down from Imam Ali, the holy shrine in Naghsh. That's all we have time for on this episode of Jason's Journeys. Join us next week when we go and check out some of the bridges over the river, go and check them by day and by night, and then we head out to Shiraz and the ancient city of Persepolis to get some historical culture about the Persian civilization. Don't miss it. I'll see you next week, everyone. This is Jason Ross for Jason's Journeys. And remember, you only live once, but if you do it right, one should be enough. Bye for now.